I think the role of creativity is actually core to the whole issue, really. If you look at the way the world's sort of like flattening out. So I think three main elements to being successful in business, and that is obviously, you know, securing money or capital. It's also about using infrastructure. But the most important element is actually having the talent, which sort of like, you know, if you like, glues it all together. So if you think about the way the world is at the moment, you know, capital is very, very mobile. It flows from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. That infrastructure itself is becoming increasingly mobile as well. If you think about, you know, the digital environment, the real differentiator is talent. And talent is one of those things which you know, you need to sort of like try and attract. It can be mobile, but talent tends to sit to wherever it's most comfortable. So I think in terms of New Zealand in the world and the knowledge economy, the fact that we have got unique talent, being you know, derived from our unique creativity, is really where our competitive advantage sits. It's hard for any creative practitioner, and by creative practitioner I see no difference between a scientist, you know, a technology innovator, or an artist. It's all this, you know, everyone's the same. I think the number one thing is it's always hard. You know, when you're doing something that's new, that hasn't been done before, you know, it should be hard, you know, so you need to sort of expect that. I think that as part of that process, one of the key things that you know, you need to do as a creative is to actually really fully understand your voice, who you are, you know, what your vision really is, if you like, have sovereignty over the particular space that you want to occupy. And I think that, you know, I guess reflect a little bit about the way the world's changing, and the need for content, the need for good ideas, brave ideas, is actually increasing. So the context I think that we're all moving into is actually about empowerment for the creative sector. So what that means really is sort of like understanding the location that you can think best in, you know, the time of the day that you might work best, you know, etc., etc. And I think more importantly, in New Zealand we're quite insecure about our engagement with the rest of the world. So, you know, if you like, choose your sort of engagement. For me, I like the idea of, you know, living in a little wee place like Picton and jumping into the world and then jumping back. You know, for me that works. Those sorts of dimensions are actually just as important in the creative process as, you know, the ideas themselves.